Welcome to episode 80 of the Amazing Minecraft podcast. This is December 6th. It's just me here today because Gideon is actually going to sleep because I'm recording this super late because I am irresponsible. Anywho, I have not played much Minecraft. That's the main reason I haven't uploaded an episode in a little while. It's just because I haven't really had the desire to play Minecraft all that much recently. I've been playing a lot of Geometry Dash and a decent chunk of Stardew Valley. In terms of Geometry Dash, I reset my stats because basically what happened is I bought Mega Hack and did not know the save mode option was a thing. Accidentally no-clipped Acheron, which is the hardest level in the game, but then turned it off half or a bit through the level, which then killed me and gave me 3% progress. So I reset my stats because of that, even though I probably could have just beat it to 3% and then just not had to deal with the whole thing. Also, there was a couple other levels that didn't have a star rating that I had hacked a little bit, so I just wanted to get rid of all that, and then basically just deleted everything that I had ever done before my stat reset, and just started, basically what I did is I just reset my stats and reset everything, and then started fresh. I have been playing for about a month now-ish on this new account, basically. I have, I think, 33 demons now, and I am very close to 2,000 stars. I've beaten all the main levels besides Theory of Everything 2. So yeah, also if anyone wanted to send me a friend request, I take those because I also need to get the 10 friends for an achievement, but yeah, I'll accept any friends requests. My name is Oreo Syrup, capital O, capital first O in Oreo, and capital S. So yeah, that's what I've been doing there in Stardew Valley. Man, see, it's kind of hard to explain because, I'm gonna give you a little rundown on what Stardew Valley is. Stardew Valley, it's Minecraft if it were farming, but not actually at all. So basically, you start out with working for this company, right? And the idea is, you got this dead end job, and then you get a little letter from your grandpa saying that, hey man, if you're ever tired by the old city life, you can hop on out over to this farm that I got. So, you take it, obviously, and you go over to the farm and you start fixing it up and, making a little living for yourself. You get to know the townspeople, and also you can go mining, fishing, you can, go foraging and stuff. It's pretty cool. So basically I played it a lot over the summer, like kind of mid-July. I kind of went on a binge for it because I had nothing better to do over the summer. So I played the thing for like 40 hours in like 2 weeks. It was an unhealthy amount. Anyway, so at that point, I had gotten, level 10 farming, fishing. The way the skills work in the game is they go all the way up to 10, and at levels 5 and 10, you can basically choose a profession. So basically, it's like an archetype if you're playing, an RPG or whatever. I don't know. So basically, for combat levels, you could either go with more damage or more health for each one, and there's different things that go along with that. So I started playing again, and there was one thing that I really had my sights set on, the prismatic shard. Now, for those who don't know, prismatic shards are incredibly rare. I mean, just over the top rare. So there are these things called geodes, right? It's like a 1 in 100 or 50 chance or whatever from getting them from breaking a rock. And only the highest quality geodes have a chance of dropping them. And it's a 1 in 250 chance. So it's virtually nothing. That's not the way to do it. There's also another way. You could get them so basically also Stardew Valley has a mine system. So that's how you get your mining XP and some of your combat XP, because there's monsters there like slimes and bats and I think there's some mummies and I don't know. Besides the point. The mines go all the way down to level 120, and there are these special ore nodes called iridium nodes, which can spawn only below floor 110, so the last 10 floors, and they're still super rare. And there's a 1 in 26 chance of getting them from them, but they're incredibly rare as well. So that wasn't really the play either. There's also Mystic Stones. I've never actually seen one. Apparently they have a 1 in 4 chance of dropping a prismatic shard. Still incredibly rare. You can't find them in the mines. But there was one other option besides fishing, but fishing is like a 1 in 1,000 chance. Not a chance of spending time fishing for that long, because it is almost as boring as fishing in Minecraft. So there is one other way. There's this thing called the Skull Cavern, which you have access to once you reach the bottom floor of the mines. You get the key, you go to the desert, which you unlock by completing the community, or part of the community center, which is the main objective of the game. Basically, rebuild this community center thing that has, kind of fallen into decay in this town here. And basically, each little thing has these little bundles. So basically, like there's the farm bundle, and there's you basically need to bring a certain number of fruits and veggies and whatnot to the thing, and it'll basically fix that part of the community center, and so on and so forth. And once you complete the pantry bundle, the bus station will be repaired, which allows you transport to the desert, which is where Skull Cavern is. Now, Skull Cavern is a little bit interesting. It's not like the mines, where every 5 floors you go down, an elevator pops up, which basically saves your progress. Here, there is no saving progress. You just get as deep as you can in one day, or until you die. And dying in this game, it's a harsh penalty. You'll lose. It's like Stardew Valley is a cross between regular survival Minecraft and Skyblock in the terms of the kinds of items that you can get. It's not quite Hyperion level of grinding, but it's not just a diamond sword either. So you can get some pretty valuable items. So basically what happens is you'll lose some random items on death. It's not all of them, but you'll lose random ones, and knowing my luck, it will be the ones that I care about. So basically, dying is not an option because I have some valuable stuff on me. So basically, the plan was to wait until I had a lucky day. Now, how luck works in this is there's a fortune teller that you can watch on TV every morning, and she'll tell you what kind of luck you have that day. She'll either say, spirits are very happy, or they'll say they're kind of happy, neutral, kind of annoyed, or really annoyed. Basically, that determines your luck for the day. There's other ways to up your luck, but that's not important for the purposes of what I'm talking about here. So basically, I wait for the best luck day, and I then rush to Skull Cavern. And oh yeah, so also, there are these things in the game called crystallariums, which basically you can put a gem in them, and it'll duplicate it forever. Now, there's also this trader in the desert, which on only Sundays will trade 1 jade for 1 staircase. Now, a staircase can be used to just skip a level in the mines or in Skull Cavern, which is really helpful. Because the way you go down levels is you basically break rocks until you find a ladder, and that can take time. And I don't got time because basically you have the biggest obstacle in this game is the amount of time you have. So you wake up at 6 a.m. and at 2 a.m. you pass out from exhaustion, which just costs you like 1,000 gold or something. It's not that much. On this, I have like 400,000 gold right now, so it's not really a problem for me. So you want to get as much done in that time as possible, so staircases are huge time savers. So I just stockpile like 100 jade, then trade them all in for staircases, and then sprint to Skull Cavern. And then basically spam staircases until I get to about level 100, which is where iridium nodes start to spawn with a reasonable frequency. So my plan was just to basically get to level 100, and then just break as much iridium as I can and get a prismatic shard. And lo and behold, at 5 p.m., I get the first prismatic shard. Now, there are 3 things you can do with the prismatic shard. 1, you can donate it to the museum, which is almost exactly the way the museum works in Skyblock. You can get these things and you can donate them. It doesn't include weapons or anything. It's just minerals and artifacts, so it doesn't work exactly the same. It's basically if it was all rarity section in the Hypixel Skyblock Museum. That is the new move. You don't use your first prismatic shard to donate it to the museum. That's cringe. That's El Bozo, some may even say. What you actually do is you bring it to this thing in the desert, which gives you the second most powerful weapon in the game, called the Galaxy Sword, which is on the level of it takes I'd say it would take the same amount of time to get a GG short bow as that. It's that kind of level of difficult to get, kind of it took me 50 or 60 hours to get this. Also, I wasn't playing completely, I don't think I took the fastest route, prismatic shard speedrun or anything. Second one, you can donate that to the museum. And then there's one last use, which is for enchantments on items, which is really late game. And basically, you just roll it in this forge, and you get random enchants. And it's for a sword, it's one of them is just vampirism. Another is I don't know. There's basically 3 to 5 different enchants for each thing, except for the watering can, which only has 2. Anywho, I got the first prismatic shard, got the Galaxy Sword, then I went back month-ish later in game, which is basically each season consists of 28 days, and you can go to bed whenever, and, season takes maybe 3 hours IRL time to get through. Went back like a season later, got like 3 more prismatic shards or something, gave the second one to the museum, and then the rest I am saving for using the forge to get all my stuff enchanted. So yeah, that is what I've been doing in Stardew Valley. In terms of actually like Minecraft, what I have been playing, I've logged on a few times to Hypixel. I've logged on. So mainly what I've just been doing is just collecting the minions, just making sure they don't get full. I have like 35 million coins right now. So I'm not really sure what to do with it. So if any of you actually have an idea of what I should do with the 35 million coins, you could leave a review on Apple Podcasts stating that, or comment on our website. Also, wait a second. I actually think I have a comment on our website that I think I might read it. Just gotta find this one. Give me one moment. Yeah, it says, Maverick Payne said, I love this podcast so much. I sometimes feel like the world is going by too slow and I get bored really easily. And this podcast is helping with that. Thank you guys so much. This podcast will always have a special place in my heart. So thank you, Maverick Payne, for that comment on the podcast. We really appreciate it. If you want to get yours read on the podcast, just leave a comment on our website, which is linked in the description of the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Since we're only on Apple Podcasts right now because Spotify took us down for a copyright claim because apparently we can't have Minecraft in our title. Who knew? Probably going to change the name soon, but also it's kind of a hassle because we have to change the title, our logo, and our website name, which is all... It's a pain. It's a little annoying. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. So in terms of Minecraft news, there's a 1.20.4 pre-release candidate. One which just fixed a crucial bug with, I think, flower pots that were deleting items on a save reload, so that has been fixed. Also, Mojang recently published a article talking about the music that you're allowed to use in terms of Minecraft content. It says you're allowed to use it in non-monetized content and certain monetized content, and they have a playlist called Minecraft Creators Safe something on their Spotify, because they've just recently become a verified artist. Now, I looked at it, and I don't know if that contains any C418, which is a little concerning, because I don't think Minecraft has been able to nail down the rights to that, which is, I think, one of the main reasons why he hasn't made any new music for them, is because they have a disagreement on, who should get the rights. C418 thinks he should continue having them, but Minecraft kind of wants them, so they can, do whatever they want with his music, and they can add it anywhere else, and, they have free reign over its the IP. So that is, I think, the reason why he hasn't done that. But as far as I know, C418 is whatever you call it, non-copyright. Like, you're allowed to use C418. I'm 95% sure that you're allowed to use C418. So I think C418 is safe. There were some Lena Rain songs and one other guy. I think he's the other guy that makes some music for Minecraft. Not really sure. So yeah, that is what I've been doing, and that is pretty much all I have to say. I'm not going to even say when our next upload's going to be. It could be tomorrow. It could be in a week. Could be in a month. Probably not more than 2 months. But, you know. So yeah, that is it for this episode of the Amazing Minecraft Podcast. So if you enjoyed, please leave a 5-star review on our podcast. If you liked it, leave a 1-star review. If you don't, but preferably a 5-star, because 5 stars are better for us. Just saying, 5-star never hurt anyone. Anyways, so that is it for this episode of the Amazing Minecraft. So until next time, keep mining and stay crafty. Bye.